I'm here with Jeff Culver of the UCCS men's basketball team head coach. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Last weekend you guys had a road trip, went to Adams State and lost and won against Fort Lewis. Can you tell me more about those games and kind of what the team learned from those games?
Sure. Friday night was a tough one against Adams State. I mean, they're a very good team that's been playing very well of late. And really it was a game of turnovers for us. We turned it over, I think, 25 times. And you know, credit Adams State with their pressure defense. And I thought we sort of took a step backwards with how we had been taking care of the ball. And I don't know that we can really beat anybody if we turn the ball over 25 times. So that was disappointing for us, a tough place to play. But then we were able to rebound the next night, and I thought change some things and play at a much better tempo on Saturday night. And hopefully it was a step in the right direction of finding our way again. You know, we got two tough teams this weekend, so it was nice to bounce back and get the win on Saturday.
Yeah, and were there any key players that helped you in that win?
Well, Derek had a monster night, you know, a double-double and positive assist turnover, had another 4 steals, couple blocks, but I really thought that, excuse me, our defensive effort, especially from the beginning of the game with Trayshawn Wilford, Darius Partner, Alex Culver, really leading the charge out of our guard play. I thought that was really a big difference in the game. The tempo that they were able to create in the beginning of the game, especially on the defensive end, I thought was a big factor in that game.
And all of them, very key players.
Absolutely.
And this weekend you have Chattanooga State Friday.
Friday, correct.
What are your keys to that game?
Well, we were fortunate to come out on top at their place, but we know it's going to be a completely different ball game here. It always is in the RMAC from you know, weekend to weekend. They're a team that's coming off a bittersweet game where they had School of Mines on the ropes and lost at the buzzer. And so we know that they're capable of beating anyone on any given night. One of their better players that didn't play against us first go-around will be with them, or we anticipate will be with them on Friday. So it'll be a battle. You know, it'll be a battle. It'll be a great test for us. And hopefully, now that, again, we're down the stretch here on our playoff run, that we've learned enough lessons, and hopefully we'll come out with the sense of urgency that we really need.
And that night, you have 5 seniors on the team. That night will be senior night. Do you think that will play a factor? And kind of how did those players help shape the program up and help this year?
Well, our seniors it's a great group of guys, and each of them has a very unique and different individual story about sort of how they've come to the program and what they've given to the program over the years. And you know, I hate to start saying goodbye yet, especially since we do have some playoff basketball in front of us. That's the good news, is that this weekend really won't be, you know, necessarily goodbye, especially if we're fortunate enough to host a playoff game. We'll still see them in Gallagher again. So I'm not ready to really talk about goodbye yet with those guys, but I can tell you that they've been, each of them in their own way has really laid an imprint on this program, and not only this year, but those that have been here multiple years have done a great job with persevering, you know, through some tough times, especially when you talk about Alex Culver and Darius Partner, who've been here the longest and have seen it through some tough years and the coaching change, and have persevered and allowed us to bring this program you know, to the top of our conference, and really at the core of that is guys like those guys that have been through it.
And you know, they're going to be missed, but like you said, you still have playoffs coming up. How far do you think your team can go this year?
Well, we feel like we have the talent and the ability to win a national championship. That's our goal. We want to win our conference, we want to win our region, we want to get to Evansville, Indiana, and we want to win it all there. So I feel like we do have the talent to do that. It's just whether or not we can put it all together on any given night. We also know that there are plenty of teams out there that are capable of beating us on any given night. So, you know, we have to put everything together and really play our best down the stretch, and hopefully we'll get some good momentum going into the playoffs.
And